Yeah. All right. Yeah. So let's I have this. Do you notice that I have something there, Olu's call recorder? I'm testing a tool, a new tool that I'm trying to see.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's nobody, it's the same me. Right. We're going to start with your win.
My win. Let's see. I can't even remember yesterday, for crying out loud. I don't know. What did I do last week? I didn't get a lot done because I only had a couple of days. So I guess my win would have been that I got a little bit more understanding about what it is my message. I want my message to be and who I'm kind of speaking to. So I got more clarity on the triangle of where my people are and who I'm speaking with. Yeah, and got to hang out with friends this weekend. We went to Just for Laughs and
cool.
kind of had some relaxing time.
That's
and
good.
I was going to do some work yesterday, but I went, halfway through the day, I was like, that's not going to happen. It's a holiday.
I know.
Right? It just didn't happen yesterday.
I know. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. It's holidays are good too. It's good to rest and just be. Yeah.
After my holiday.
I know. I know, right?
So, recuperating.
Yeah, no, it's over the weekend also I had some kids, like one of my friends traveled, so I had some kids over, that I wanted to give their aunt a break, so I brought them over to stay for the weekend. And so on Saturday I felt like, I should get some work done. So I came downstairs. I just laid on the couch right here. And that was all I did. I did some laundry, but that was it. I was like, I don't want to see my computer.
No, I hear you. I was like, I just need to reset my brain.
Yeah. So I just, my husband was like, oh, well done. Like, you're working, because I'm downstairs. I should be working. I'm like, I actually slept.
That can be working. You're meditating.
Exactly. Depends on how you see it.
That's right.
Yeah. and you're right, the brain needs sometimes to rest, so you can actually be able to work when you're working. So
right. And I was finding that I had injured my leg while I was gone. And so my leg was really sore and swollen, and I was just trying to rest it. And then I was just not feeling in the zone yet. When I got home, I was super tired. And obviously, because I slept in all 3 days, I was just like, I couldn't get out of bed. I was just so tired. So I think I just needed to have that quiet, away from people kind of.
Yeah, that's true. That's also true, actually, because it's new. We've not done that in a long time. Right? Yeah. So your leg now is good? You feel better?
It's getting there. It's to do with the IT band. I, not wearing proper shoes and walking on the sand in bare feet and walking, 10 plus kilometers a day in not proper shoes. my own doing, my own fault.
Wow.
So,
wow.
But I was able to walk quite a bit yesterday with my husband and my dog. So
okay.
Yeah, so it's getting there. But yeah, it's distracting when you're in pain all the time.
Yeah. Definitely. All right, so we're gonna go straight into the affirmation. And did you see the way I used this in my video the last week?
You use parts of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
So again, the idea is teasers, right? You're just giving them teasers.
Kind of what I wanted to talk about too today. I know we're doing the golden message. I kind of have been just writing down little bits that pop into my head and
Mhm.
ideas. And so, yeah, so that's kind of partly what I want to talk about, like that.
Awesome.
How do I get these little tips and tidbits and teasers and
Into your videos. Very good. We'll get there. All right. So 1, 2, go. I am a thought leader
and
change
change
maker.
maker.
I
I
am an
am
expert,
an expert and I get paid.
like one.
Friends,
family, and
and
strangers are recognizing me as the go-to person in my field.
I am being
Interviewed by top influencers in my field
as
as a subject matter expert. Top media outlets are featuring me for exposure. I make no excuses.
I push through.
I
I
lead
lead
with
with love.
I spread kindness.
kindness.
I take action. I stay focused.
I
I
am
am determined to have
the
the influence and income
that
that I deserve. I will step out of my comfort zone. I cannot experience new lands from the comfort of my comfort zone. I love making money. I make more even when I'm not trying to. Money comes to me easily. Money is within my reach. If I have to look cheesy,
I
I
will.
will. If I have to spend more money hiring tech people to help me get there quicker,
I will.
I will. If I have to do an endless amount of visibility task as directed by Olu,
I will.
I will. I take responsibility that I've created the life I currently have
due to my thoughts,
actions, and energy. I release the pattern in me that has created lack of any kind
in my life
today. I have the power to shift my mindset
and
create new things that will serve me better
by
by having faith and taking bold action.
I
I
believe
believe that all things are possible for me,
and I am
determined to make that belief
my
my reality. I deserve success.
I am
dressed with strength and dignity.
I am a
I
wealth,
am a wealth magnet. I am a profitable thought leader. All right.
So is Max, apparently.
I tell you.
Max and
like, me too. Me too.
Me too.
Okay. So let's. Maybe he's seen another dog walk by or what?
Yeah, and then my neighbor's dog started to bark at the same time. So yes,
I see.
Even shut the door because we have one of those screens that he can let himself out. So that's not a good thing either. We just have to let him get it out of his system.
Yeah. All right. So let's do a quick recap. Last week we did what did you do last week? We fine-tuned your stages, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you say what the stages are again?
I just found my page that I wrote my notes on. Okay, so number 1 is the drifters. Not sure about what the problem is. Blaming outside forces for their struggle and have a victim mentality and want quick fixes. Beginners, they've done a few things. They're ready to begin. They've done some things, paid for some stuff, but not sure really still how to get started. They're looking for support and they're ready to take action.
Okay.
Catalyst, being present. They're present already. They're starting to do it on their own. They don't need me as much. Maybe a check-in now and again. They're finding the freedom and clarity that they're looking for. And the next Oprah, they're ready to stand with others who are struggling and help give a hand out there. Very good.
And the catalyst also, they have a system. they have your system and they've practiced, they've
Oh, right.
yeah, they've used your system, and because you've coached them, but they may still need support with you, like just hand holding, and accountability and all those kind of things. But Next Oprah she's helping people in masses, like this other people, the catalyst too, they can help people, but not like a lot, like mass help, right?
They've made the habit of organizing an actual habit. It's automatic for them to do it.
Exactly. Yeah. And then sometimes they also have, like Oprah, they also have a team, a big team that makes it easy for them, and they have the finances to hire help to do, because Oprah doesn't clean her house, and keeps her house tidy. No, she doesn't, yeah. So yeah, very good. Very good. So golden message would be what you're doing is I help people get this result without this struggle so that they can do this with my framework.
Right.
That's the formula. Okay. So, but before we go to that, let's talk about what you had in mind, and then we'll go back to.
Okay. What do you mean I had in mind? The questions?
You were saying something. Yes, the questions. Yeah.
Well, first of all, I just wanted to know if I should be going live on my business page or still in the group.
Okay. So they have to let me know why you're asking.
Well, because I only have a little over 70 people in my group.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting a lot of feedback
mm-hmm.
From them. And I'm just wondering if I need to maybe do a couple of lives in my Facebook group or in my business group page
mm-hmm.
to bring more people, make them more aware of what
exactly.
it is I offer.
Very, very valid point. Now, the people that you have in your group right now, where did you get them from?
Some are friends and some
Okay.
are from different organizing groups
Okay.
that I've followed. Some are
Okay.
from other groups that I'm a part of that I did interviews with. There's one from your group. There's a few from another group that I did an interview on as well. So yeah, kind of a little bit of it.
Yeah. Okay. So you see, the reason why I asked that is most of the people, apart from family, most of the people that are there, they came because you're the experts in this field, right?
Right.
So it's a good thing. These are valid people that need the solution that you have.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the reason why I'm pausing on this for a little bit is I've been there too before, where I thought the people in my group are not buying because they're not taking action, and you feel like they're not ready to buy. That's not true. Okay. So don't set it in your mind that they are not responding. Okay. We have to say, these are people, they need the problem. Why are they not responding? Okay. Now, the people that you have in there, and this is out of the scope of what we're doing, but I'd like to know what's the system in your group. Okay. How do you use your Facebook group how did you plan to use your Facebook group to get clients before?
I think it was just like doing lives and just funneling people from outside into it. So basically what Kathy was teaching me was having conversations and stuff like, and I still am doing that. Is just not quite, it's just like I can find myself on Facebook like all day having conversations, and that's starting to frustrate me because social media gets under your skin and in your head, and then I find myself using it as an avoidance to do the actual action taking. So I did envision the lives, doing weekly lives, maybe even more than that, eventually. But I don't have like clear-cut plan
Uh-huh.
of what that looks like.
Okay. Okay. So the way you I need you to look at your Facebook group or any community that you create is similar to having an email list. Okay, where or leads, back in the days of financial, I used to be in financial planning, right? And we would go to events and we'll collect business cards. Okay, and you have this pouch that you put all the business cards, and then when you come back to the office, you sort it out. And while you're taking all the cards, you're writing little notes about each person. Okay, it's similar to that. Okay, where all of these people are coming to you, they already see you as the go-to person. Okay, and that's why they followed you. Don't forget that. Okay, now the fact that they're not taking action doesn't change that. Okay, it doesn't change that. Different reasons in their lives why they're not taking action. They are not, maybe not even seeing your live videos. Okay, and that's why sometimes, remember after I commented on after you and I went on that comment rampage on your, yeah. I saw somebody liked something. Okay.
Yes, I got 3 likes on my page, which are on my video, which hasn't happened before. So
so that's what we want. That's what we want. We want because for all you care, they're not seeing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, is they're not seeing it.
Exactly.
I need to go somewhere else to try to get
no. Like, so the idea is, and the way, the way I have a coach, and that's where I met Kathy, right? And she does Facebook conversations, okay, in her coaching program. And the idea is Facebook understands, Facebook algorithm works when there are different reasons, okay, there are different things that you're doing that makes the algorithm work for you. One of them is actually, once somebody joins your group, you actually welcome them. And when you welcome them in the welcome, do you have a welcome post?
I did, and then I quit doing it, and I should have kept doing it.
Okay, so
I haven't done it in a long time.
yeah. So and the way you were doing it, I'm assuming what you were doing is when somebody new comes, then you welcome them, you write something new, right?
I had like a welcome to the group, and then posting their names, and if you have any questions, it was kind of a basic.
Exactly. Yeah. So the way I do this, and the way, and Kathy would also teach you the same, is you have a standard welcome message in your group, and you can go to my own and clone it. Okay. So you go and you welcome. I want to welcome everyone that has been in the group, that has joined in the last 2 months. I want to say welcome. Okay. Just another thing to start a conversation with people. And every single person, you open 2 pages. You know how you can open 2 pages, then you see the new members, you manually go and tag them in that welcome post, all of them. Okay, so all of those people that you tagged, now they would, Facebook send them a message that you just tagged them. Okay, so it brings them for one reason or the other to the group. Some of them will respond, some of them would ignore, and they're not gonna, you can't blame them. They're right. Whatever is happening in their life is why they're not responding. That's okay. But the ones that respond, in that welcome message, you're asking, tell us a little bit about you or whatever. Okay. In my own case, because it's business, it's a business group, I say, tell us what you do, right? You're going to have to come up with something that would trigger them, that they're excited to share.
Right.
Okay. So for example, for me, I say, tell us what you do. Everybody wants people to know what they do, right? Okay. In your own case, I don't know, what would you suggest they say?
Well, let me just look at what I was putting on there, because I think I did ask a question or ask them to tell me about them.
Share your screen. I just made it.
Okay, hang on one second here. Just trying to get all of these messages off. All right. Let's go back to. It was a while ago. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. It's a long time. You can also do a search, you know,
Right.
on that side. Exactly. Yeah. Welcome.
Welcome.
Let's see if it's going to give us something.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. So this, you see this same post. Okay, let's see. Welcome to
This was
person,
when it was, yeah. I haven't done it since I changed the name.
Okay. So please take a moment to introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you. Now that's a little vague. I mean, that's like a blanket statement. Tell us a little bit about you. It's hard if you say tell us a little bit about you. I would say for me, it's easy because I want you to know I'm a business video coach, right? And so I'm going to say that, right? But for your group, because it's not that they're selling anything, it's hard to say, tell us a little bit about you. Anyway, we're going to find something that you can put. And then your name, it's right there. It's actually there. Your name, where you're from, what brings you to the group. What is one of your challenges? Okay, now these is like you're meeting me on the first night and you're asking, for more. Okay, so the challenge may not be the easiest thing for them to say in public. Okay, but your questions, the question to your group that you need to ask for their challenge. What do you have now as your questions? Don't close this. If you can open another one. So, yeah. Questions, yeah. Okay.
So I actually was going to ask you about this as well. Like, what would you like to get out of this group? Seems really vague to me. And I get really, people are not answering these questions.
Yeah, they're not going to answer it.
I'm feeling like I'm not asking the right questions. Yes.
Now, the one thing you should get is even when you have the best questions, some people will still not answer, and choose whether to.
It's bring to the point where most people are not answering them.
Exactly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you. Let me see if I have mine in text. Questions. Okay, Facebook group questions. Facebook group questions. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy mine and I'm going to give it to you. And what you do is you'd adjust it. And I would like to see it. You can post it in the group, in this group. That's in the Video Mastery Program group. Okay. Facebook, they keep changing things around.
I know.
Okay. So here is mine, number 1. Where do you want me to post it? Anyway, let me just first of all put it.
Maybe I just put it in the chat. I can print it.
Yeah, copy it. Okay. That's question 1. This is question 2. Copy. Paste, and then this is question 3. Copy. Paste. Okay. So you would edit this once you're set, and then is that all? Yeah, that's all. Those are my questions. And you would see that, it says required. okay, as you're coming in, required. And I've changed this over the months, right? We help online entrepreneurs create, you see my golden message right there, and get clients in 90 days, okay? Build trust and get clients in 90 days without the imposter feelings, using our golden method, okay? That's my framework right there. Okay, I have a 90-day framework that you put in place, and once you put it in place, your live video starts to get clients. Okay, and that process is done in 90 days. It could be more, but the process itself is 90 days. Would you like us to, and the reason why I put this 90 days there is I need action takers. I need people, the people that are ready to buy, like now. They're not ready to buy, but they're ready to take action.
Okay.
Okay. And so you see the question, would you like us to reach out to see how we can support you? That's reach out. I'm going to make you as a friend and send you a message.
Okay.
Okay. And so it's, yes, I'm ready to use live videos to get clients in the next 90 days and need support. No, just here to check out the group. Okay. Once in a long while, I get somebody that says, no, I just want to check out the group. Okay. And that's fine. Okay. Now, number 2 is be honest. This is now your challenge. Okay. Be honest. What's the status, the current status of your live video marketing on social media? These are the options. Awesome. And this now is me. I'm already diagnosing where they are. Assessing where they are, right? And I can see how I can help them. Okay. This person says, awesome. I get great engagement that turns the clients, my videos, to my videos that turns to clients with my videos, right? The next one is okay. Yeah, it's just okay. This person doesn't need me. This is my next Oprah right here. Okay. And maybe they just need my video. They're here because they want me to give them tips and tricks. Okay. And I'm okay with them coming. Okay, this one says, okay, I get some engagement, but no client from my videos. These are my people. Okay, this is you right here. Okay. Right? Now, not great. I get a few likes from my videos, but that's all. Both are in the same, And then this one is, I'm new to live videos. Okay, so I didn't have this before, but I just added it maybe a couple of weeks ago, because I know that there are some people that have not done live videos that are there.
Right.
So now the third one is, again, required. We put together occasional trainings to show okay, and would drop your email. Okay, this is where they give me their email address and I can add them to my email list.
Okay. Now I'm not doing email campaigns, so I need to figure out what that's going to look like, how I'm going to do that. So
yeah, that's fine. What I would suggest that you do is, even as people come in, still collect their emails. And there's a tool that I use that I use to collect people's emails as they are coming in. It's actually a CRM for Facebook. And once you get to that, once you have a lot of people coming in, would begin to look at how you can also get that one. Okay, because what it will do is it's going to help you manage it. But right now, because you don't have a lot, what you could do is, as people are coming in and they answer this question, you copy it and paste it into Excel or notes somewhere. Because once you've admitted them, you don't have that answer. It's gone for life.
Right. Well, yeah, I have a spreadsheet already.
Okay.
That Kathy helped me set up.
Okay.
So I already put their answers in, and in that group. In that group. So I have it there. I just yeah, I just haven't used it in like an actual
exactly. Yeah. So yeah,
doing too many things at once here.
I know. Well, that's okay. So once you have people coming in, going forward from now, adjust this. And once we do this week, and even next week is going to make it easier for you to adjust this easy, these questions easy. And then you also do your welcome post. Can you go back to the welcome post? I think it's the next, page. Yeah. Okay. So it says, okay, so we're going to figure out what is it that you're going to ask them. Definitely not the challenge they're having. Maybe not even what brings them to the group. We already know what brought them to the group is that they need to get tips for organizing.
Okay.
Okay. A little bit about your name and where you're from. I think that's perfect. Okay. And that's considering the fact that they already answered those questions when they're coming in.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then thank you for joining this incredible community of moms supporting moms. We're grateful you're here. What?
It'll be different because I'm not.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Yeah. If you know any other mom, that's good. And finally, remember to click notification. Those are good. Happy organizing. Okay. So what you need to do is if you look at mine, let me copy it and put it here for you. And once you do your the welcome post, you're going to how do they, there's a way they say it, you're going to what's that word, freeze it on the top there. What's that word?
Oh, pin it to the top.
Pin it, yes, you pin it to the top over there, and it's going to be one that every single, and it's the same one that you're going to be using all the time. So what you now do is you now tag each person as they come in. Okay. So somebody comes in, and you know how to tag people after they come in?
Yeah, well,
copy.
Yes, you just put their names in.
Exactly. Yeah. That's it. So you just tag people's names as they come. Why am I not able to paste it? It's not allowing me to paste. Whatever, I'll send it to you later. Yeah, so you would adjust that. And what we're trying to do with the welcome post is we're telling them what this group is about. Your golden message will be the very first thing. This, welcome to the group, where we help, blah, 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 blah. Okay, and then the next thing you're going to do is you give a little bit of the people that you've helped. Okay, we've helped business owners do this over the past few years. We've done this. Okay, here's what you can expect. Okay, that's where you say, whether you go live and if they want, to book a call. Even mine here, I can still make a little bit of changes here, but it's okay. It's okay. It's working. I don't really need to worry about it. Yeah. So it's this right here is just, again, you're trying to elevate your authority as this is a legit place that you're coming into. Yeah. Okay. So you do that. And once you've done that, you tag them. And once people begin to like or comment, then you start adding those people as friends, or any of the people that respond in your group, add them as friends, because they've already come to your space. Okay. And once you add them as friends, you can message them and say, oh, by the way, I saw you in the group, just to let you know that if you have any questions, let me know, or something like that. Okay. But again, the process that I use, I have a standard process. Once I bring people into my group, and I approve them to become members, I assign the challenge they're having, with my CRM, but in your Excel sheets, you kind of note, this is the question they answered, right? And once you have that, you add them as friends. And then after you've added them as friends, you start a conversation with them in Messenger. Okay. And that's
I'm
where
doing that with most of them. I have a question, and my is like, do you want me to reach out? Yes.
Okay.
If they say
Okay.
no, then I don't send
Uh-huh. Okay, that's good. That's good. But let that be the first question.
this
But
one.
let it be based. You can use mine to adjust it.
Yeah.
But let it be the first question, and that also would include your golden message. This is what I do. This is the solution that I help my clients to do. Would you want me to reach out to you? Okay. And once they say yes, send a message, add them as friend, send them a message.
Okay.
Okay. And once you begin to interact with them in the DMs, Facebook also sees that they should tell them whenever you go live, because now you're friends.
Okay.
Okay. So all of these things that you're doing, and then when they post a picture on their profile, you like it. Okay. You do whatever it is that you like, you comment if you need to, because you're telling the algorithm, we're friends, we know each other. Would like to see it, I like to see their post, and when they respond to yours also, they like to see yours. Right? So you do that, and so now once you now begin to do your live videos, they know. They'll find out.
That makes more sense. You explained it the best that anybody's explained that to me with the algorithms. So thank you. That makes
You're
more
very
sense.
welcome. You're very welcome. Yeah. So because Facebook is a monster. It's like a big thing, everything. I know, and they keep changing it. It's so huge. It makes life easy for us, but then it makes life complicated,
It really does.
Because if you don't know what's happening, for what reason, you're just doing, and you're like, after a while, you're just like, this is not working. I'm not going to do this, So, but the reason why all of these things are important is they're connected.
Okay.
And then even, like, for example, I'm going to do a masterclass tonight. Okay. And I noticed that some people have already commented from the last video, but I didn't respond. I'm going to respond today. And I'll start responding because I want the thing to come up again. Okay. So that's those are some of the reasons why we do what we do.
Okay.
Okay. So you will sort out your questions, you'll sort out your welcome post, and so that all the people, and make sure you backdate it. All the people that you've not welcomed since December. Okay.
December, okay.
Yeah. Welcome them and say, for some reason, I forgot that I have not welcomed some of you here. Welcome, and then you put the post. Okay. And inside of that post, you tell them some information that you want them to read. Okay. And it triggers, some of the, and you see, like in my video last week, I was talking about action takers. Mm-hmm. These people are the people that we're looking for. If you give them little, you're training them, to take actions. Okay, like the post, comment, put your name, if they don't comment, they are not reading it. So you don't get angry if you're doing videos and nobody is watching, that people are not taking action in here, right? And we need to train them. So little actions like that would start. And then when you do your video and you start saying the action. Now, by the way, your video from last week, lots of corrections, lots of things that you need to change. Okay. I actually thought I was going to audit it and send you a step-by-step, but maybe I'll still do it. But I noticed that the entry, you kind of was talking about your travel that you did, and it's great, but you're assuming that these are family and friends. They're not. Okay. They want to move. They are here because you want to deliver. If you have something good to tell me, you don't have anything, they move on. Okay. So what you want is you want to address the problem they have. Remember how we talked about last week, you said you start with the problem. When you start with their problem, you get their attention. Okay. How did you know? Like that's what you want them to start with. How did you know that I left my suit? In short, 6 months ago, I traveled and I still have a suitcase in my room on the floor. Okay, so you say it that way, you get their attention. And then you promise them, I'm going to give you a solution. Then you give them the solution, and then you give them a call to action. The biggest part of your video that I didn't like last week was, first of all, the beginning, but the end, you didn't give a call to action. You were just like, yeah, let's talk, anything, like.
I literally don't know how to do that.
Okay.
So, I am like struggling with that. And that's what I meant like last week when I was talking to you, like, I just don't know how to end it. Like, I don't know how to put it in words.
Okay. So once you remember last week, we chatted about, you're going to share your video, your system for travel, right? And we said it was, I forgot what we called it, like a organizer, travel planner, travel something. Summer is coming, you're going to need this. And I'm going to comment me below if you need my quick travel planner, something like that, or organizer. Okay. And again, the mindset behind call to actions is, how even in this welcome post that we're just talking about, or in the questions to your, actually, let me backtrack. There's something that is called, what's that? There's small commitments, micro commitments. You've heard that. Have you heard micro commitments?
No, I've never heard.
Okay. So the way the micro commitments is, once you're meeting someone for the first time, you want them to, you don't want to, ask them out on, you don't want to bring them home on the night you met, using that, he just met them. I just met you, right? Kind of scenario. Okay. You meet them, you give them little commitments. Okay. Do you like red or yellow? And they say yellow, and you move on. Micro commitments, micro yeses. In sales, the psychology of sales, they always say you need to have lots of yeses from whoever you're talking to. Okay, so that's why you'll see an insurance salesperson or a car salesperson. They'll say, oh, do you like this one or that one? They give you two options. They don't say, tell me what do you like. Okay, do you like this one or that one? And because if they tell me what you want, you'll be like, I don't know. You know what? Let me come back next week and I'll tell you what I want, because I'll go do the research. But we don't want that. We want them to make a decision right now. So you give them two options and say, do you want this or you want this? And they'll pick one. So that's micro commitments. And in all our conversations on social media, we want to always bring micro commitments into what we're doing. Okay. And so any content, anything that you're doing, you want people to just give you a little bit of commitment. Okay. And this same micro commitment is what you're going to use to determine who your action takers are. Okay. As you begin to give your content, you start to give them little things that you want them to do. During your live video, you say, can you say, I like the way you say, you do like hashtag live or hashtag replay. Okay. That's a micro commitment right there. Just tell me that you're watching this. Okay, but the truth of the matter is there are many people, you look at the people that have watched it, you see 23 views, 64 something views, but nobody commented. Okay, but really you can't go through the thing and say, tell me whether you're watching it or not. I'm going to slap your face. You can't do that, right? But you're still going to continue to ask them, please say live. And once in a while, you just see someone who say, live, you've never heard their name before, and you're like, oh, nice to have you here. So it's good to always at the back of your mind know that what you're looking for is micro commitments. Okay, and so whether they like it, if somebody likes it, add them as friend. If they comment, add them, comments with them. I mean, converse with them in the comments, but then add them as friends as well. Okay. And once you now do that, at the end of, or let's start with the beginning of your video, the reason why I'm answering this question or doing this video is I'm trying to answer this particular question, right? And once you've answered that, you now say, to get more or to make it even simpler and easier, this is the call to action. Okay, so for example, a call to action would be, after that video, could be, if you want, you heard me talk about my organizer, it's an Excel sheet, or it's a PDF form, or it's a Google form, whatever, okay? You say, I'm actually ready to give it to the same thing that I used to plan, that made it easy for me to unpack in 3 minutes. I will give that to you, okay? Just comment in the below this and say organizer, okay? And they'll comment organizer, whoever comments. Some people will like, even though you said they should comment, okay? That's okay, still add them as friends and message them. I saw that you liked my video about, were you looking to get the organizer that I promised to give everyone? And because some people are shy to say something online, they're like, I don't know who's watching, I don't know who's there, right? So then you ask them in person. And when you ask them, if they say, oh no, I just liked the whatever it is, that you just continue the conversation with them. Don't assume that if they say they don't want it, that's fine. Don't just give it to them.
Okay.
So those are the ways, and then now a standard call to action would be book a call. Okay. If you'd like to learn more about this at the beginning of your career in coaching, what I usually would say is, it depends. Like for me, when I started and I started doing my live videos, I would just say, book a call, and I put the link of my call there. Now, sometimes I put it, sometimes I don't. Okay, because sometimes I actually just don't have time. But earlier on, it's okay, just book a call. And I got a lot of people, in short, lots and lots of people that were not ready to take action would book a call. And then they'll book a call and they will not show up. Okay, so it's good to, and that's why eventually now I don't all the time give my message and my thing. Sometimes I would say, if you need to book a call, just say call in the comments. Then if they say call, then I say, okay, I'm going to DM you. Some other times I would just put the link to the call, say book a call, if I know that the person is active and they're with me. Right. So this is the way to do your call to actions. It's extremely important. Does this make sense? Is it better?
Yeah, it does. And I happened to find something I printed from the organizing mastermind I was in, which is a live stream script, which I've been going through it. And there's a few that I think I'm just going to follow the scripts that they have and see if I can do it a little bit more in this and get used to it and practice it a little bit more. So because they've got topics that I already have written down. So they have some of the similar topics. So I'm going to take it and make it into my own. And then because they have it step by step, just like you explained it. And it's just something I printed off on a whim. So you never know what you might use later, right?
Yeah. It's always useful. There's so much everywhere, and now you make it into your own. That's what makes it yours, right? And if you want, sometimes you would recommend, you refer to where you got it from, especially if you're using a lot of it. But if it's just the structure that you're using, you don't need to.
It's just a structure, and they don't even have.
Can you say can you give me like a summary of what's on it?
Well, the very first one is 3 steps to gaining organizing momentum, right? So it's basically the script broken down. Word for word, if you want to use it. And it was given in our group. It doesn't even have a logo on it. But there's other things in here like 5 organizing systems every family needs to be prepared. which are the things that I want to talk about.
Okay.
3 reasons clutter piles up and what to do about it, which is kind of
Okay.
what I want to talk about.
Mhm.
Or no, the momentum is what I wanted to talk about this week about the
Okay.
question and stuff. But
Yeah.
there's not even a logo on it, and it just came with permission to use it.
To use it.
So yeah,
That's good.
yeah,
That's
it's
good.
given
Yeah.
to each of us members. So
Yeah. And then when we start to talk about, industry questions, questions for you, this is very handy.
mhm.
This is very handy because you're going to need to, that 5 organizing systems that every family need to have. That's a big one right there. And you need to, and I'm assuming that even travel should be one of those 5.
Yeah, I haven't gone through the whole thing. Like there's a lot in here. So I haven't gone through like 3 hidden benefits. Yeah. But yeah, I could the 3 things pro organizers do that you can't do alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but there's no travel one in here. I should try to once I figure this out, I think once I start practicing these, I think that I'll be able to take my travel one and rewrite it.
Redo it, yes.
To
yes.
put that out there in a different way.
Definitely.
I think I struggle a lot with, hey, do you want my PDF? And then you said, well, you don't really need to have it ready. And I'm struggling with that, not having it ready to be able to put it out there and tell people, because then I feel like I'm going to be like, oh, what do I do when people actually ask for it?
I know. Right? Yeah, it's a good problem to have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but are you afraid? What are you afraid of? Are you afraid
I'm
of
afraid of like making a promise and not being able to follow through? I think.
Okay. Why would you not be able to follow through?
I don't know. It's just like, I think it's just like, I have this, I don't know.
Yeah, but let's look at it. Do you have challenges doing writing something on Word and turning it into a PDF?
No, I can do that. I've done it. With other things. I think I'm like, oh, am I like copying stuff from other people? Because I'm taking info from other places and I'm making it my own. And I think sometimes it feels like it's like, do I even have my own ideas?
Okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah. So I think I kind of get stuck in that, like, well, now I have to overthink it. Now I have to like make it different, and I have to make it totally different. And I'm trying to reinvent the wheel when in reality, all I need to do is put my own spin on it. And
exactly.
I am trying to get better at that, but
yeah. And the way to do this is it's going to be stressful if you have this person's formula and your formula and that person's formula, and then you're looking, okay, which one should I take? Which one should I? That's not the best way to do it. Okay. In short, and that's where we end up feeling like it's not mine. It's like I took it from someone else. You read their own things and then you close it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I need
you read it. Yeah. You read it, you close it, you close all of it. Then in short, what I now do is I take a piece of paper and a pencil and I start to write exactly if I was sitting in front of you and I'm telling you what to do. Okay. The only thing that I do is I now try to remember, am I forgetting something?
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, it's change of weather, right? It's my son actually was
allergies.
My son was like in the million sneezes, the last couple of days. It's just been
it's been
was bad. yeah. So
write it out as soon as I'm done reading it. Write out what I have taken from it,
and exactly what Yeah, and that the way I will even do it is don't write it out from looking at it. Read it, then close it. Then now talk to another person as if you're talking to another person and your own idea on how you're going to help them. Then you write it out. And while you're now processing it together, you're now looking at it. So I'll tell them to do this. Then if they do this, then I'll tell them to do this. Then I'll tell them to do this. And once it has made sense with you in your system, then you close it, and then you can go read that one again and see, did I miss out anything that is important?
Okay.
Okay, and then you can now adjust yours again, and you're fine. Because you see, what would happen is you're gonna have this analysis paralysis, because a lot of people see it in different ways, and you're not gonna be able to, bring something strong out. Okay, and the reason why people are coming to you is they've already bought these other programs, and they're still not getting the results.
Right.
So they need you.
And this is my huge issue with my course, is because I get it all written out, and then I read something and I go, oh, maybe I'm doing it wrong, and then I'm trying to put something else into it, and instead of just going with my instinct, because it's that fear thing that kicked in as soon as I try to launch anything. So that's where I'm kind of stuck. But I'm like, after reading through a little bit of the script, I'm like, okay, this is really what it is I want to say. And it lays it out like literally paragraph by paragraph on how to say something. But what is wrong with me, like doing it exactly how they have it laid out, adding, whatever words I want to put in there, and practicing that way, as opposed to trying to reinvent the wheel. Because obviously what happens to me is I get stuck in they already know that stuff. Like I know it. So why doesn't everybody else know it? Right.
Yeah. And that's why sometimes it's good to take what other people have done. But that's why in my own coaching, I prefer that you go through your process. Okay, because once you know your process, like my clients, every client actually that I work with, I want to know what you now know. Okay, like your stages. You see, I'm asking you again, tell me your stages. Okay, and then your golden message, say it again, let me hear. Okay, and as we're saying it again, it's becoming yours. It's not anybody's own. It's not a copy of, it's yours. Okay, so, and that's why once you have the foundation, your stages, your golden message, and then next week, the next one we're supposed to do is your signature process that you take people through. Okay. And so all of these things, they are extremely important, because they are going to be the ones that would help you anywhere you go. Kathy will be saying the same thing, but you will come in and you say yours, and it's yours, and they don't, because it works for you.
Right. And this is, I think I just have to remind myself that it's coming. I think that the impatience that I have sometimes just gets in the way, right? And then I start feeling like I'm just doing stuff wrong all the time. So I'm working on, the whole piece of that stupid fear, which I'm getting better, I have to say. But it's just a slow go, and I need to give myself permission to go slow.
But what's the challenge that you're having right now?
Well, obviously the live videos, like knowing what to say, and I think it's overthinking it. That's overthinking everything. And then I get myself in this loop of fear, like, well, I'm overthinking it. Well, maybe it's not good enough. Maybe it's not good enough. Maybe, maybe I need to, redo it. And so then I spend all this time writing stuff out, right? And actually not taking the action, because I get stuck in the loop of it has to be perfect still. And it's something I'm working through. I'm just working at it.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. I used to have, you see how I wrote this here? This is what I had for this is for this program, and it says hello, creed, wins, training, implementation, assignments. Okay. And this is the same thing that I do with my live videos, and I've trashed them, because whenever I'm going live, I would take one of this and I would just write all my points. Okay. Let me see if I have any of these ones that still says. what I'm trying to do. No, I do it and I trash it, and, but there was a time I had it like this on this Kleenex box, and I'll just put it here just so I don't forget. Okay. And once I do that, all I'm doing is the first thing would be the hook. I just write hook. And the next point would be the intro. The next one would be the promise. Okay, actually the hook, the promise, the intro, and then I start to explain what they need to do. And then I summarize and I have a call to action. Okay, and all the time I just, because if you're going to use an elaborate, you write the script and you say what you're going to do and all that, it's just going to make it even more complicated and you start to second guess yourself. But when you simplify it, and also remember that you're the expert. You're the expert. I said it gradually in my video the other day, my comment the other day on Facebook, that hanging out with you is making me figure out what I'm doing. Like I had huge boxes here. Okay. And because we started talking and I went to your group and I started watching your videos, I'm like, okay, now I have to remove this box from here. Right. So you're the expert, and just hanging out with me made me figure that out. And I'm like, I can't just let it go. Okay. So remember that you are the expert and you are the one that would guide people as they're coming. Okay. And but then and what that means is you actually have a formula. You solve that for yourself and you can help others too. And not just yourself, you also did it for some clients too. Okay. Right. So let's stick with that. Now I want us to still figure out your golden message before we close today. Sure. So what would you say is your, let me just make sure I don't have anything else. So yeah, I can still do another 30 minutes about. Yeah, so give me, the formula is I help these people do this or get this so that they can get this.
I think I have that.
Okay, can you say that again? Let me see.
Okay. I help women to learn how to gain back their time, energy, and spaces by teaching how to identify habits, behaviors, mindsets, and beliefs that could be contributing to the physical and emotional clutter they may be experiencing, so they can reclaim their voice, their choices, and their freedom.
Okay, it's great. I like it, but it's very wordy.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for a way to simplify that and use some general statements that, not general, but in a way that will make it really sharp. I'm gonna just write it down again. So you help women.
I help women reclaim their time, energy, and spaces.
Energy, time, space, okay.
By teaching how to identify habits, behaviors, mindset, and beliefs.
Okay, so I help women reclaim their energy, space, and time by teaching them to identify. Okay. It's great, and it will be used in some case, it has its use because it explains what you do. However, I don't want a situation where you're saying it and they're gone. Okay, they're listening to you, but they're not there anymore. They, especially when you're doing your live videos, you don't want it to be too long.
Okay.
Okay, so I help women, maybe busy women or whatever. Are they busy women?
I
because
don't.
women is large.
I just don't. It's women. It's midlife women, but I also have younger women talking to me too. And I feel like if I say busy or midlife that keyholes it into a place that some people would be like, "Oh, that's not really me."
Mhm.
And I think like midlife women like me, we're not super busy like you are with young kids, right?
Mhm.
We
Mhm.
are uh creative, maybe creative women.
Okay. Creative women. I love that. But is it all women that you've talked to that are creative? Okay.
Um, yeah, in some ways I think they've lost their creativity, but they want to be
Okay.
creative again. They
Okay.
want to be um I'm just thinking about like my journey. They want to be in control of their lives again. They
Okay.
want to feel like they are living their life for themselves and not for everyone else in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just don't know where to encompass all
Yeah.
of that into.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think busy is not the word that fits, just doesn't feel right to me.
Mm-hmm.
Midlife women is kind of who I'm talking to, but I'm talking to all women because I want women to help women.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
really believe in like supporting other women in
Mm-hmm.
whatever struggles they may be having,
Mm-hmm.
their
Mm-hmm.
successes and in their feeling lost and feeling
Mm-hmm.
like, but without judgment. And
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
I haven't landed on a word
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that, unless it's like I help like strong women.
Mm-hmm. But do you think all your women would
No,
think they're strong?
no, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is why like
Yeah.
it's kind of a big, I speak to a lot of different women because,
Yeah.
when I was having a conversation at the wedding that I was at,
Mm-hmm.
is a woman in her late 30s. She has small
Mm-hmm.
children and
Mm-hmm.
she's struggling with similar things, just in a
Mm-hmm.
different context, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they're
Mm-hmm.
similar struggles with,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
not so much about the clutter as it is about the emotional pieces of how do I learn to take the step forward for myself,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
as
Mm-hmm.
opposed
But
to,
but but now I want to ask you a question. Busy, I don't like busy
yeah,
because I don't like to say I'm busy. Okay. And I don't like to be seen as busy, because busy is not useful. Okay.
yeah,
Busy is just so I see what you mean about busy, but the
yeah.
question is, do your women see that? Okay. Because there's a difference between what you don't like and what your people see themselves as. Okay. And I'm not saying it's busy for yours. I just want you to be able to differentiate what you personally would take for yourself and what the challenge that somebody feel they have. I'm just too busy. I don't even know what to do.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So that's one thing. And then the other thing is, when you went to the wedding, another way to look at it, and we're just talking with the other lady, is Oprah can do something. And because she has this huge budget that she has, okay, she already is there where there's, even if she doesn't even need to use her own money for adverts, there are sponsors that are coming, and they want to use her platform. Now for us, it's a bit different. It's a lot different because we don't have that budget and would be even wasting money if we go use that money for adverts. Now, she can do that and she can get a lot of people and sort them out. For us, that $1,000 that you spent on ad, you want it to come back 10 times, like now, so it's easier for her to say blanket statements. For us, it's much, especially when we start to talk about getting clients online. You need to be clear and you need to speak to a certain group of people that can easily self-identify. It's not the same as you going to the wedding and speaking to, you can help a lot of people. You can help your neighbors, you can help dog lovers, you can help, cat lovers, you can help a lot of people. Okay. Twin moms, you can help, teenage moms, you can help adult moms, you can help a lot of people, right? Because you've been that. But we need to pick a group of people that with your live videos And in your group now, you've done that to a large extent. You've said, I am the organizing lady, and I'm going to give you tips and tricks on how to sort things out and how to, not just physically, but even emotionally. Okay, you've already created that. Okay, so now we need to create a statement, and these can change, okay, over time. After you've begun to talk to people, you start to identify that, okay, you know, like for example, for me, even the video route of my work, it was just the videos, okay, right. but gradually it comes to your messaging, your live videos, your, you know, and all of the fancy things that I started with, even I still do, but it's not the main problem that my people have. They want to get clients from their live videos. Okay, so the message continues to,
Okay, yeah, now that you're saying that, like the word busy for me is something, I think the reason I don't like it is because it's something that I worked really hard to let go of. The busy work, to avoid doing the other things. So you're right, it's the busy moment. When you're busy, you're usually avoiding something.
You're not doing. So okay. Right. So yeah, because that's what you solved for yourself, and that's what you're helping them to get, right? You know, and if you listen to all the reclaim time, you know, it's because they're so busy. They have everything everywhere, right? You know, so actually,
I was actually just thinking about that because we were kind of busy over the weekend. We were doing all these other things and trying to get some outside stuff done. And then I realized, like, I did laundry and now my clothes are all piled on my chair and on my dresser and they haven't got put away. And so I was thinking this morning, I was like, oh my gosh, you know, when your life just gets so crazy and then you realize that you haven't kept maintained. And then you start to feel more chaotic in your mind.
Yeah, that's a video right there.
Yeah.
That's a video. And you see, the thing is with videos, with, you know, like with doing your live videos, the people also need to see that you still have moments like that, but you have a system that helps you to get it done like that. Like there are times I'm the live video coach, and sometimes the other day, my coach said, go speak in my group, and I froze. And I was like, no, I'm not ready for that. Like, I can't, you know, you know, and I was like, no, I'm not going to.
Like, yes.
Yeah.
We're not doing this.
Yeah. Like, no. And she was like, when are you going to do it? I said, 2 months from now, I'm going to do it. And she's like, what? You know,
no, I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it. I don't know who the people are. I don't know who's there, who's going to be watching. And eventually I said to myself, you know what? I'll do it today. Okay. Because I have the system. All I just need to do is just, you know, get over it. Right. You know, and I got over it and I went live in her group and I said to the people, guys, I didn't want to come say anything here because I'm the video coach, and I froze when she said I should go do a video to you guys because I don't know you. Okay. And that after that live stream, people join my group because they want to know that you're a real person.
When you first asked me to be on yours, my first thing was like, oh, hell no. Doing that. And I had to like sit here and I had to like force myself to say yes. Because my thing was like, no.
That's it. That's it. Right? That's it.
So, and I think that's how I was feeling about the word busy too. It's like I think it's telling me like, no, we don't want, but that's where we want people to go to be not busy anymore.
Exactly.
To be able to have the time.
Yeah. And actually the formula, your signature formula is what helps people let go of busy.
Yes. And I've been writing, that's part of what I've been writing down is like learning how to let go, and not in terms of let go and avoid, but let go and really lean into your life is what I want.
Yeah.
Signature, because I've been hanging on to this course, that let go course. I will not let it go. So there's something there that I need to share with you.
Definitely. So let's go back to, I help busy women. Okay. So what are we helping them with? You say, I'll state what I have. Reclaim their
back time, and spaces.
Okay. Reclaim back their energy, time, and spaces. Then you started with teaching them to identify
habits, behaviors, mindsets, and beliefs.
okay, and beliefs. Okay. So
That
that
could-
what?
That could be
Okay.
contributing to the physical and emotional clutter they may be experiencing.
Okay, that's you're giving away too much. Contributing to clutter. Okay.
So they can reclaim their voice, their choices, and their freedom.
And claim choice,
Voice,
voice,
and
and
freedom.
freedom. Okay. Okay. Now this is good, but it's very broad. It's really, really broad. Okay. I help busy women reclaim back their time, energy, and space, teaching them, it's like a repetition. Reclaim back their time, energy, and space is, explaining what you do by teaching them to identify the habits, behaviors, mindset, and beliefs that could be contributing to their clutter. Okay. So all of that, we need to find a way to make it simple. Okay. And so now what we need to do, and we don't have to finish it today, we can continue next week. What we're going to do is, because you see, if you don't have what your golden message will do for you is it's going to stop you from, it will help you to focus. Okay. It will help you to focus. Like, for example, my golden message is I help business owners or entrepreneurs create awesome live videos that grab attention, build trust, and sell more. Okay, without the imposter syndrome, using my golden method. Okay, so the main, you see the three things that I said, I help you do your live videos. Okay, to create awesome live videos. But the main thing we're doing with that live video is grab attention, build trust, and sell more. Okay, and then without a pain.
Okay.
And then using my method. So what we need to do is we need to, out of all of these words that are here, okay, the thing that you're helping people do should be action-driven, action-based. I help you reclaim your time. I help you reclaim, or I teach you to identify, or I help you declutter. Okay, so it's reclaim back your time. Okay, now I'm thinking that this reclaim is the so that you can reclaim your time, energy, and space. I'm not sure, but we'll get to it. Teaching you to identify habits, beliefs, and mindsets and behaviors that could be contributing to the clutter. What exactly is this people are they looking for? Again, people, we have the drifters. What is the drifter? What are they looking for?
Quick fixes, really.
And you have that. That's your solution. But it's not like overnight, it's going to take some time. But the next level of people, who are they? Beginners?
Beginners, yes.
What are they looking for? What do they need?
They're looking to make change.
Change for?
Get started, change in their clutter, a change in their physical clutter, right? That's where they want to start.
Okay.
Most people, that's what they come to me for, is like, if I can just get my clutter under control, my life will be perfect. That's usually what they say to me. And then I think in my head, no, because that's not what's going to happen.
Okay.
Right? So that's what they're usually looking for in the beginning, is like, if I can just get control of my pantry, then I will save money on groceries.
Okay. Right? Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what they mostly come to an organizer for, is like, I need to get control over it. And then everything's going to just work out and it'll all be fine as soon as
so that's what they're looking for. That's what you say. That's like my create awesome live video. So it's get your clutter under control, or get your house under control, or something like that.
So reclaim control back from clutter.
Okay, yeah. I help busy women reclaim control back from clutter. Okay, we'll still refine it later, but that's a good place to start. I help busy women reclaim back control over clutter, so they can
find more freedom.
so they can have more freedom,
more time. Because
more
it's
time.
usually, when I think about the people I've worked with, it's about I don't have enough space and I don't have enough time to deal with the clutter. Like I just don't have enough time. So essentially, we do have enough time unless we just do it. Usually, what it is that it's that push, right? So basically, they're talking about time. They're talking about space and clutter and freedom. They want more freedom to do the things they want to do.
Yes. So I help busy women reclaim is at the back, is too early. I help busy women get this thing under control or something like that.
Or gain back control. I don't know.
Gain back control, gain control over clutter. Okay. So that they can reclaim their time and space or something like that. The choice, that one is your system. That's your solution.
Sorry, say that again.
The choice is your solution. That one is the empowerment that you're giving them, is you're giving them empowerment to be able to make choices and say, I let go of this. I don't want this, that's their choice. That's your secret sauce.
Okay.
Okay. It doesn't need to.
So
it doesn't need to come up in the statement.
Okay. So basically be like, I help busy women gain control over their clutter so they can reclaim their time and spaces and create more freedom in their lives.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Using my
let go
framework. Yep.
More freedom. I better write that down or I'll forget.
Yeah. I know. Thank God it's been recorded. So you just go. Okay, so I help busy women.
Framework. Okay.
Can you say it again?
Okay. I help busy women gain control over their clutter so they can reclaim their time and spaces and create more freedom in their lives using my Let Go framework.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All that you used to say before, that's now in your program.
Okay.
Because that's what you were saying was, I help them to identify the habits, the behaviors, these are the things that you do with them. But what?
Yeah, and and as you're saying it, it's kind of like the stuff that's in there is kind of falling away back to the original plan that I had for my course until I started working with other people, and then it got all cloudy. So once it got cloudy, then it got confusing, and then I couldn't get clear on what I wanted to put out there. And now I lost
the core,
the original information that I wanted to share because I let it get cloudy with other people's ideas and thoughts on it. And I'm gonna have to, I think I just want to kind of look at it, and then I will see what it is, because I already know it, right? Well, like I said, when someone says, I want to gain control over my pantry and then I'm going to save all this money and time and whatever. And in reality, I know underlying that we can get rid of as much stuff as you want, but until you start to address maybe your mindset around money, maybe your mindset around waste, maybe until we do that, your pantry is just going to go right back to the way
where it was. And that's the formula. Remember how we were saying the catalyst, they now use your system. They use your system because you've taught them. You've given it to them. And that's what you do with people. You bring them into this area that they didn't think they needed. They didn't think they needed it. They just thought, I just need to get rid of this clutter. Okay. But you saying is attached to when you were a child, when your mom left you at the grocery store, whatever, and, so it's you bringing all of that back and helping them clearly arrange things in their mind. Right.
Right. So I just wrote down mindset will always be the catalyst to change.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to teach in my Let Go framework, is that once you're starting to get your head around your mindsets and understand how you got there, then you can actually make a difference. And starting small is why we do that, so that you can start to kind of explore that. So that's what I really wanted to talk about in the beginning. And then I just allowed other coaches to just kind of cloud that by saying, oh, I see what you mean this, instead of asking me questions around it like you're doing. They were actually inserting their own ideas and thoughts into my creation, and that's started to kind of, and I have a habit of what I don't want to, I'm learning to say no, but at the time I didn't have the strength to say no to it.
I'm happy. I'm really happy. You're very welcome. And the truth of the matter is that this is going to, it's like caterpillar, caterpillar, it's going to continue to come out. And, like the other week I had my client, the one that was on the call before you came in, we had her training her golden message. And it was the next day, I think I was actually praying, I was right here, when it just occurred to me that, no, that's not, there's something we need to change. So earlier on, we had decided that because she helps people to flip homes. She flips and she does, flipping.
I saw her thing. Yeah.
Okay. And so we said to increase their wealth. Okay. Now, to increase their wealth is like an Oprah statement,
right?
Not for her. Okay. So the idea that came to me was to get their first investment property. Now, you see, that's so much like, exactly, Yeah. You see,
that's overwhelming, right?
Exactly, So, and the funny thing is, it's not just overwhelming. People will just listen to her and they'll just walk away because they don't see her as the person that can help me increase.
They can't see her vision fitting in their lives.
Exactly. But you want to get my first investment property? Sure, I want that. Okay. So as you keep going, it's going to keep, getting clearer. And
it already is getting clearer.
Yeah, I know.
And such a short time compared to other people. So thank you for that.
You're very welcome. And now when you're doing your videos, you want to be able to, when you're saying your golden message, you want people to feel like, I need her. I need that. Okay. And on your message on Facebook, how you say about yourself, a little bit about yourself in your page, in your group, wherever, on LinkedIn, you can, adjust it to say this, because then anyone that see it, they see it as, oh, I need that. I need more freedom in my life.
This is like, I have been writing and rewriting this message for 2 years.
Wow.
And it's right this moment, I was like, that's what I wanted to say all along, but I was just using too many words and it was too complicated for me to figure it out to make it simple.
I'm happy. I'm very happy.
Thank you.
I'm very happy. You're very welcome. Yeah. All right. So
thank you.
That's it. That's it for today. Okay. And next week we're going to go deeper in the framework, in your framework that you use. And the reason why we're doing this is I want you to have, we're still in the clarity stage. I want you to have that clarity that anybody you're talking to, who they are, what you do to help them, and what you're going to use to help them. Okay, that's next week. Okay.
And you've just given my week a little bit more clarity too, because now I know what I need to work on this week is really getting clear on my Let Go framework and
exactly
what it is I want to put out there and take other people's messages out.
Yes, yes. And next week, and you see the other thing that this helps, even first of all, the fact that we're doing it together like this, it's easier. There's no pressure. It's just you and I. Okay. And once but you need to explain it to me, and it has to make sense to me, right? So that helps a lot, because now I can put myself in the shoes of your ideal client and kind of listen to you and see how it's going to, help them, or where they are, and all of that. So definitely next week, come with what you have, and then to next time when we talk, we're going to look at it together and see, what it sounds like to me.
Yes, I will pull out my binder that I had all together, and I will go through it and look at what is mine and what's not mine, and really as much as I can. But I think just working with you, like, just because you asked the right questions, right? And when you explained the busy thing, it was just not something that had been kind of put out there like that to me. So so because apparently my overthinking has gotten me into this corner of like, it should just be easy for people, and now I have to overcomplicate it because they must know all of this stuff.
Yeah,
right? So, and in reality, they don't know.
They don't.
stuff.
That's why they need you.
Yeah. So I it's really hard to teach something that's really easy to you. I think sometimes.
It is. Yeah.
When it comes easy, and you're just like.
Like what do you mean you don't know that? You just do it.
How do you do that?
And we're all the same. Like, for me, in short, when I first said, video, and this lady was asking me questions about videos, and I'm like, why do I need to do videos? Like, videos is the easiest thing of them all. Just do videos, and my husband, actually, my husband had given me the indication that video was hard, but I didn't think it was hard, because I'm like, we should record. Let's just put a camera here, because we're pastors, right? And so I'm saying, let's just put a camera in the house, so that as we're living our lives, we can share with our church members, so they see that it's easy. You don't have to make life complicated. And he's like, no, no.
Well, that's not going to happen.
And I was just like, no, it's easy. We just put a camera so that we don't.
Like, we just live our lives on camera. Come on, like, how hard can it be? What's the worst that could happen? So my husband always says to me when I come up with a plan, he's like, well, sure, try it. What could go wrong? And then he plants the seed of doubt in my head. I'm like, oh, so many things could go wrong. Thank you very much. I wasn't thinking about that before, but thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So for me, I didn't know anything about video. I just thought, no, everybody can do videos, until that lady reached out and said, so for me, and even after that, I'm like, yeah, you just do it like this. You just do it like, And I was talking with her, and I said, I just said, you just do it. And then she was like, pause. You're rushing me. It's too much. Yeah.
And you're right. And, and as I just really appreciate that you look at my videos and you kind of give me, it's tough to hear sometimes, but it's really important to hear. And now I can see, like, it's not that I'm doing a terrible job. It's just that I'm putting too much.
It's just because, and you're an expert.
Yeah. And I need to just kind of make it smaller. Just like I would tell a client, like, you're looking at the whole big picture. You need to make it smaller, and then smaller, and then simple. Smaller yet, because if you don't make it smaller, you're trying to fit too much in. And it's going to make you want to quit. And which is where I'm at, because I had this opportunity. I have this opportunity this week. I can apply for a job. It's a full-time job. I don't know if I would get it, but I'm kind of like, do I give up on my business? Do I not? Okay. Right. So kind of like, that's where I'm at right now. So thank you.
Okay. So an opportunity. Okay.
It's an opportunity, but is it an opportunity for me to avoid and quit my business?
I see. And what do you want? You're not sure yet?
No. It's a hard decision. Oh, see, now we're being live on Facebook.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the live. I forgot.